Disney.
Hi, we're back. I'm going to walk around archiving nature with Julianne now and go through each painting so that you can see the size of the painting and get a bit of perspective, and Julianne can give you a little bit of information about the paintings. We found this to be very popular in the past, so we're going to keep doing it. So Julianne, we're going to start with this little one here, which I sold yesterday, and I believe it's going to go to Ireland.
Fantastic.
So tell us a little bit about it.
So this little one was, it's four little panels, and it's the seasons of what was the Wyndham Estate, now the Dalwood Estate. And I created it because they were asking for people to create an artwork for the plate, for dinner in the vines or whatever. And so each panel
on the back.
is part of the seasons, and starting from summer, I think, and it goes through to autumn, and then to anyway, it's about the birds, and it's just about the way the valley or the winery sung to me that day.
Oh,
So
lovely, and lovely that it's going to be in someone's collection overseas, so very exciting. This one
Fantastic.
obviously wattle
Yes.
and quite large.
yes,
Yeah,
so this one I needed a different
and
perspective.
it's not drawing.
It's not drawing, it's Dremeled. So I use a tiny little drill, and I paint into it, breaking the background, and then I Dremel the blossom. So this is the wattle blossom, so that the wood comes through, and again looking for the texture that I see in the Australian bush.
Very, very nice. I'm not trying to hurry you, but we've got a lot
Yes,
to get through.
yes.
So these are two little ones that you may see these on the catalogue, and they look rather large, but
They're tiny.
they're gorgeous,
Yeah.
really little.
And they're etched into, so that's with my pencil, and there's the only paint on this would be the blossom, but otherwise it's just etched, and it's all about catching a moment that the kookaburra looks at you and says, I'm here.
Cheeky. Actually, that can be a bit frightening if they're looking for food too. This is so cute.
Yeah.
Now, these are individual little canvases,
Yes,
aren't they?
yes.
And so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and I've suddenly realised they're all different sizes.
Yes.
That's unusual.
Yep, they're all different sizes, and it was. I wanted to take an intimate glimpse at the flora, but I wanted to intermix it with a little bit of New Guinea, which is why you got the French painting.
And I have something to say here. To me, it looks like there's a bit of planning. Look at that.
Yes, it has. It has to flow because sometimes here it doesn't flow, but otherwise I let it grow.
Julianne, this is my favourite wall. Now I'm going to get you to stand and just go through each
Okay.
picture. And just before you talk, there's something I remembered I forgot to mention earlier. Is there a bee in every painting?
There's a bee, should be in every painting, and if it's not in every painting because it's not in here, there will be something related to the colour yellow, which I always use.
Any reason for the bees?
The bees.
You love bees.
I love bees, so I'm nicknamed the Bee Lady a lot when I was teaching at school. It's the Bee Lady, and all my aprons have bees on and everything. But the bees, we won't have a world without bees.
We won't.
So the bees must be in nature, and they must fly.
And tie in beautifully with your work. So we have the owls of
The owl, and he is sitting very, very carefully. He's thinking about things because the bee has asked the question, and we don't know what that is, but that's up to you. The Banksia, beautiful Banksia. It's a tiny little one.
And that's painted.
It is painted, and this one was turned into a lampshade.
So do you remember seeing
Yeah, so that there's some that's turned into lampshade, and that's just a very simple one. This one,
Colour.
Yeah.
Already sold.
amazing because it's called Secret Meetings because of the 4 little birds hiding in the bush.
Oh my gosh, I hadn't noticed
Yeah.
them before. So
Yeah.
the lucky person that has
Yeah.
purchased this may not have seen them,
Yeah.
but they're tiny. It's a gorgeous little painting. This one makes me laugh.
Yes,
Look at him.
because he is, I can't remember the name, he's talking, he's sharing the news, he has to be part of everything. So, as I said before, my artworks must talk, and so I always try and find a story. Once I've got the little bird down, which is the kookaburra, and he has to be talking to something or sharing or singing or I'm here. He's loud.
Oh, and isn't that funny? I can't find it in my card. Oh, here it is. Here it is. It's called "Did You Hear the News?"
Yes. So he's sharing the news. Look at me. I'm important.
Yes, well, it's typical kookaburra, isn't it? Yeah. And this one's very
Song
very
Moon,
gorgeous.
Moon
Yeah.
Song, I think might be. So this is he's singing to the little insect in the moonlight.
See, Julia, we're digital now. I just can't find anything.
I think, as you said before, a photograph doesn't do the detail justice,
and
a lot of people actually don't see like this. They don't actually see what I do. Everything is hidden, and it's a surprise.
And I think it's lovely that you can stand beside it so people can get an idea.
So it's not
and it
big.
is called Moon Song,
Yes.
and it really is very delicate. And the black, side by side with these two is really
Balances with this.
Stunning.
So this is I think this is my at night time. So this is how I imagine flora to be caught in the moment of a flash or a shaft of light, and it's just literally a moment.
That is quite beautiful, as is that one above.
So
I mean,
this
is that
is-
night too? Because
That's-
I love that.
Well, it's hide and seek. So the Maggie is playing hide and seek with the Willy Wagtails, and so you really have to look for the magpie because he's not drawn at all. It's only the white that's painted.
I'm going to ask you a question because I have many people that come in here and talk about magpies' eyes. You never paint the eyes, is
No,
that right?
I
Do you
don't.
want to explain why?
The eyes of birds are actually quite frightening when you look at them. I do paint the eyes of the kookaburra because the kookaburra is different. The kookaburra talks to you and interacts. The Maggies do, but it's a red eye, and it's quite frightening to a lot of people who are scared of birds. And so I love the shape, and I love the way they move like Willy Wagtails. They dance, they share, they play. I don't need the eyes.
And this is on your property, you were telling me
Yeah,
before.
so
That's
this-
so beautiful.
This is the road to the family getaway, and it's a dirt road, and I painted on plein air when the wattle was out. Put it aside because I didn't know what I was going to do with it, and then I needed the Maggie. And
And
he's
the other
up
little
there.
one above it's another bush scene.
Yes, so this is Mist in the Valley. Again, that you stand on top of a mountain and you look through dense flora and flora in front of you. So I've made it very fine, and then you see the valley behind, but it's all about what's in front of you and what you miss. So
This one is?
this
I
one,
don't know the name.
Bulb Banksia or whatever, beautiful Banksia. I just wanted to catch the colour and it's etched and Dremeled.
Oh, right, yes.
It's etched and
But
Dremeled.
this is the one. We can't spend too long on our tour because we've got a bit to get through and we're limited with time for YouTube and uploading. This one here, I really would like you to talk about because it's very
Okay.
special.
So this one here was started in France when I was on a drawing residency. It was a finalist in the Gallipoli Art Prize. It's called Hidden Beauty because when you dissect a poppy, the mechanism inside is like a grenade. One gives back to the earth and one takes it away. And I needed to portray that in a very passionate and compassionate way without being frightened. It's 9 boards.
Very, very beautiful.
Thank you.
Probably my favourite, I think. And this one as well is another favourite, which I
So
love.
this one was a Hawkesbury Art Prize finalist, and it's a very intense look at nature and what happens in nature and the conversation. And when you walk through bush, you see all this, but I needed to condense it to bring the story, the intensity of this love affair, and this one spying.
But we should tell people why it was going to sell in the Hawkesbury Art Prize, but it was damaged in transit and
Yes.
it took a long time for Julianne to get back to it and
Yeah.
to refix
To
the
redo it.
pearl, and it really is lovely to see it again, and I think it's absolutely stunning. These
Thank you.
three, pretty cute.
These three are just little things that I needed to get out of my brain. Stories, intimate little snippets of life in the bush.
Now we just move very briefly into our next area, which is a little bit messy, but this painting, it's sort of a feature painting as you walk in. It's the first one you see. A very, very striking painting, but delicate and
Delicate
beautiful.
because he's late for the arrival, late
Quite
for the
big.
party. So he's they're starting, and he's saying, "I'm here, I'm here." And again, you see the swoop of these birds coming to land, and I needed to capture that. I don't often paint a bird in full flight.
All right, and it's called Arriving in Style.
Yeah, yeah.
I like that. And then we're going to move back into this side where we've got some fairly large paintings. This one here was very popular. We did have quite a lot of interest in this, and it has actually sold. Again, how many panels?
Three.
Three panels.
Three
Hard to even
panels.
see the panels sometimes.
No, hopefully the join, you don't see it. Sometimes you do.
And
But
yet
it-
I like seeing the join.
I like seeing the join, but some people don't.
Oh,
And
okay.
can you hide it? But I think it's important that if it is a panelled painting, that you don't try and hide things. It's not a mistake. And again, the bumblebee, yes.
Two. I'm looking at every picture now to see it.
So it's these, yeah, and the pardolet.
Ah, yes. And this is just for anyone that loves owls. This is
So
stand up.
autumn.
Lovely.
So the snow owl in the late autumn light, and again this is Dremelled. So this is all etched and coloured, but this is Dremelled on the black.
Yeah, then I really love that contrast, the juxtaposition of the is it like the light, the moonlight?
Yes, the moonlight. I needed to because the snow gums are all different colours,
Ah, okay.
and I wanted to play with it, and I wanted to. It had to sing.
Now it's important that we stand you in front of one of your massive pieces because it took us, a couple of us to move this backwards and forwards.
Yeah.
But it does give you some indication of the
Size.
level of work that you do, and particularly for the Win Prize, when you had the piece in the Win. If you get to have a look, I think you can still see it on the Art Gallery New South Wales site. I think I've put it up on various. I might even try and put it on the website as well. But it was a very big piece, and
It was 3.5 metres by 1.8. In a
well,
triptych.
the whole time when I went in to see it, there were just people in front. I couldn't get a photo. There was always someone in front of it, really looking like this, or taking photos, and it was just difficult to see it. And I know from other people that went, they said the same thing. So it was a magnificent piece, very, very a special piece, and look, very deserving of the prize. So congratulations. But just to give people an idea of the scale that Julianne works on.
So again, this, as I said, I do start with one idea, and I would have started with this kookaburra, this one here. But I knew it was in the Ravenswood Art Prize finalist, and we had to talk, the idea was to talk about how the bush is being encroached on by us, the human race, which is why the city skyline is in the background.
Oh, okay.
And the gardens that open.
Habitation.
Yeah, going onto the bush.
Now we move, and I love these two here. I think they look beautiful against that really big one. And, there's a tiny. For
Yes.
those that want small, this one's very cute.
Little one.
It is very, very cute.
And the Banksy is very important
Stands
to
up
me
too.
because it's a sculptural piece.
Again, that's another personal favourite. Though I think that's so delicate.
So
and
the top one
beautiful.
is stillness, because when you stand very still in the bush and a bird is what's there, you can just.
Yeah, sorry, we're just running out of time.
Yeah. Okay.
This one.
Hawkesbury Art Prize finalist.
Oh.
I needed to.
Is it?
Yes. I needed to do something bold.
Beautiful. That one is off to Melbourne, I believe. And this is our last one, and we have to round this off very quickly.
So this again, the magpie is hidden.
Thank you everyone for viewing. Any questions, phone me, contact the gallery, have a look on the website, all the information, contact Julianne, whatever. It's quite easy to contact me, but thank you again. Bye for now. Thank you, Julianne. Did I say thank you?
Yes, you did.